Hello everybody, this video is going to be a tiny bit different because you guys know about the TikTok ban that lasted for a course of 12 hours that also banned CapCut. Also banned Marvel Snap as well. I never played Marvel Snap, but banned a lot of apps that the same company owned. And so CapCut is the... Holy crap, my hair is crazy. If you can't tell, I literally just woke up. So CapCut was banned, which is unbelievably stupid. I'm really not happy about that. But, right before I was going to bed last night, they unbanned it. After I edited an entire video, this video, that you guys are about to watch. So, camera angles are going to be a little bit weird because I was looking for editing apps. I got Filmora. And it has this big, ugly watermark on the corner here. So this morning I decided to go into CapCut, edit out a couple things, and make the video look better where we don't have the big, ugly watermark. So that's why it looks a little bit different, because there will be no watermark, but it will be close up. Like, I think my face is like this close, honestly, the entire video. So I'm really sorry about this. Won't be a problem anymore because CapCut is back. But that TikTok ban really screwed me. With that said, let's rank some Suicide Squad projects. Alright, a week or so ago, we got a brand new Suicide Squad project, I guess is what you can call it. It's titled Creature Commandos, so today I'm going to rank all 4 Suicide Squad projects. Alright, thank you guys for clicking on this video. To clarify what a Suicide Squad project is, we are doing Suicide Squad 2016, and then we are doing the 3 DC projects that James Gunn has been a part of. We have the Suicide Squad, we have Peacemaker, which is a spin-off of Suicide Squad, and then we have Creature Commandos, which is technically a spin-off of Suicide Squad. So that's what I mean by the 4 Suicide Squad projects. Those are the projects we are going to rank. Before I get started, please make sure to tell me down below what is your ranking of these Suicide Squad projects or the recent DC projects, or do a DC ranking down below, whatever you guys want. And while you're down there, subscribe, hit the like button, hit the bell so you never miss another ranking. And with that said, let's jump right in. We got last place, and then we got this big of a gap. And then we got third place. And with that said, last place is Suicide Squad 2016. Now, I have good memories of this movie strictly because when I was a kid, I went over to my grandpa's house. My mother did not want me to watch this movie, said it was too inappropriate. And me and him sat down, watched this movie. I was like 12 or 13 at the time. Watched this movie. And I thought it was one of the coolest things when I was 12 or 13. My mother found out, she was not too happy with me, but that was one of my best memories with my grandpa who passed last year. So I do have personally good memories of this film. The issue is, when I rewatched it last year for a DC EU ranking, which I never actually put out. If you guys want a DC EU ranking, let me know down below and I'll get it out, because in a couple weeks I'm not going to have any videos to share. Anyways, I rewatched it last year and I just was like, whoa! This is not cool. This is pretty horrible. Pretty horrible movie. I don't know what the heck happened. If this was, well, we all know it was studio interference. So I do know what happened, where DC Studios, Warner Brothers Studios, was messing with David Ayer's movie. I don't even know if you're watching this movie, I want to see David Ayer's movie, because I don't really see anything here that could prove to be a good movie. I mean, maybe characters, but, like, the way our characters were introduced are, like, through pop music songs, and, like, the first half an hour is just, we go to this one location, this prison, we have pop music songs, see, oh, hey, it's Deadshot. We go over here, we have pop music song in the background, oh, hey, it's Harley Quinn, and that's the entire movie. And then as they get together, like, they have no chemistry whatsoever, same thing over and over again, they're just beating up zombie human beings, whatever, and then all of a sudden, we get a plane crash. And then, 15 minutes later, we get another plane crash. And then 10 minutes later, we get another plane crash. There are so many plane crashes in this movie that the film clearly didn't have a good script. The idea here about the witch being the villain is a unique enough idea, I think, that could work. It just doesn't, because I just couldn't care about the characters, about the story. I couldn't care about anything, because it feels like it's half-baked, studio interfered, piece of garbage, and that's exactly what the film is. I really did not like rewatching this film, and it sucks because I have great memories of this movie. on rewatch, I did not like it whatsoever. Huge leap up. Like, I mean, Eiffel Tower huge, dude. Number 3, Creature Commandos. Now, for context, it's a huge jump up. I give this one an A- in my review. So, good show. If you like James Gunn's style of what he does, you are going to like this show. As someone who loves James Gunn's style of what James Gunn does, I really enjoyed the show. Because James Gunn, really good at making us care about the characters, really good at making us invested in these backstories, invested in the overall story. He's pretty funny in my opinion. I know a lot of people think James Gunn humor doesn't work for them, but he definitely works for me. And so, like, and the runtime is only 20-something minutes for each episode. And so I would sit down and I would just be having fun watching 30-minute episodes of these characters that James Gunn obviously makes us care for, and a story that I felt was pretty unique because it was kind of big fate of the world stuff, but also it's like, you need to kill one person, and we're completely good. And I found that aspect to be pretty neat. I did find the show to be a little bit repetitive at times. Each episode was the same thing. We'd get the actual story, and then we'd go back and have a tragic backstory for the characters. Little bit repetitive, but that doesn't matter because James Gunn able to tear your hearts out with these backstories, have these just absolutely devastating pieces of imagery, devastating music in the background, and again, making us care about these characters and the character interactions. I also do think that the plot should have been, not the plot, but some of the reveals and conflicts near the end of the film could have been resolved a little bit more. Like, that last episode was the longest one of 28 minutes, but it also, I think, should have been a little bit longer because 28 minutes for everything that we needed to set up before episode 7, little bit short there. But as a James Gunn fan, this is a show that is exactly what you want out of a James Gunn show. And it's a pretty weird way, but unique way to start the new DCU. Number 2, Peacemaker. Now, this was a show that at the very beginning of it, I just wasn't in it whatsoever. Struggled to stay invested for the first 2 or 3 episodes of the show, but as soon as we get drug into the story, as soon as things start picking up, it turns into a great James Gunn DC superhero show. Again, we can go on and on. You care about these characters. James Gunn very good with ensemble stuff. So when you have all these characters that are kind of like miniature side characters with 1 or 2 scenes in the Suicide Squad, and he makes us care about these characters, that is exactly what James Gunn does best. Of course, we got John Cena as Peacemaker, who I think is absolutely hilarious and awesome in this universe, and I cannot wait for Peacemaker Season 2 to see more of that. Obviously, we have his friend Vigilante. He's in here too, and he's pretty hilarious. The interactions together are great. And obviously, we got the emotions that James Gunn's so good at bringing out of us. So, when we get to the end, simple jokes in the show about, like, you dye your beard, loser, make us, like, one certain scene in the finale is really emotional. Makes us care about this character of Peacemaker, who was a complete douchebag at the end of the Suicide Squad. Makes us genuinely get invested in his character, get invested in all these other characters. And again, a pretty unique story about an alien invasion. Very fun stuff here. And even like the stuff with his dad and all that. It's just able to have these unique emotions in here while making us care about the characters with all the stuff that James Gunn does great, ensembled into one. I tell you guys, I cannot wait for Peacemaker Season 2. By the end of the show, where I started off like, oh, I am not into this at all. First 2 or 3 episodes. By the time we get to the end of the show, I'm like, I am on board for whatever James Gunn wants to do. This is awesome. But my number 1... and this is pretty easily like where Peacemaker was an A. This one is an A++++. I adore this movie. It's one of my favorite superhero movies. The Suicide Squad. I think this movie's awesome. Again, James Gunn makes us. Let's bring our checklist down, guys. Care about the characters? Check. Backstories and emotions? Check. Funny moments? Check. Awesome action sequences? Check. Unique and weird story, but it really works? Check. Hey! This is a James Gunn project. And again, I can go on and on about how all the characters, you make us care about these characters. Obviously, we care about these characters, and then we see them, a few certain of them get killed off that we don't think are going to die. And you're just like, whoa! It does exactly what the Suicide Squad should be able to do. Again, we got the awesome action sequences. The plot here is fantastic, where it's mainly going after Starro. But then I find the best part of it is where, like, kind of turns us on the head and puts us against the U.S. military, where with the whole stuff with Peacemaker in the end of the film, which I think is phenomenal. The film is hilarious. I enjoy laughing at it every time I watch it. Action sequences shot really, really great in here. I'm really glad that Creature Commandos made this one canon, because these are characters that I want to see again, with James Gunn directing, obviously, because James Gunn's such a great director. This one has just such a unique style of James Gunn. I adore this movie. I watch it 2 or 3 times a year. Have so much fun watching the Suicide Squad. That's why it is my favorite Suicide Squad project. Let me know what are your guys' ranking of the Suicide Squad projects, or the DC projects, or James Gunn's comic book projects. I don't care what you guys rank down below, but I want you to rank something. While you're down there, please make sure to subscribe, like button, and hit the bell so you never miss another video. Stay tuned for a Leigh Whannell ranking coming very soon. Also, most anticipated movies of 2025. A little late for that, but we're still making it. And then we got the TV show ranking of 2024. Thank you guys for clicking on this one. With that said, subscribe, join our army. Peace out.